I'm Nick Stebner, Senior Financial Planner at LifePlan. This week we'll finally see the addition of a household name to the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Apple. After market close on March 18th, Apple is scheduled to replace AT&T on the 119-year-old blue chip index. This begs a couple questions. Why now? What effect will Apple have on the Dow Jones? And how exactly do well-known market indices like the Dow and the S&P 500 work? The Dow Jones Industrial Average is comprised of 30 U.S. stocks representing a number of industries. It is also a price-weighted index. That means that stocks with higher prices represent a greater part of the index and have a greater effect on it. For instance, IBM, currently trading above $150 per share, has a greater effect on the Dow's performance than a company like General Electric, which is currently trading in the mid-20s. GE, incidentally, is the only stock currently on the Dow that was present at its beginning in the late 1900s. The reason Apple is now eligible to become a component of the Dow is because the stock split 7-for-1 last June. A stock trading above $600 a share, like Apple was prior to the split, would have had far too large an effect on the index to be a valid addition. In contrast to the Dow, the S&P 500, which actually tracks 502 American stock issues, is a cap-weighted index. The stocks on it are weighted according to their market cap or size of the company. Larger companies like Apple will have a much greater effect than others, like Under Armour or Harley-Davidson. However, because the S&P tracks 500 companies versus the Dow's 30, the difference is more muted than for the Dow. Both the Dow and the S&P 500, though, do have some lopsided exposure to different market sectors. The Dow has greater exposure to the financial, industrial, and technology sectors than to energy or telecom. The S&P 500, likewise, has heftier weightings in financials, healthcare, and tech, with more minor weightings in utilities, energy, and basic materials. The most highly weighted individual companies also can sway the performance of each index. For instance, the top 10 components of the Dow, ranked by price, currently have a combined weighting of about 50% of the index. For the S&P 500, the top 10 companies represent about 17% of the index. So while these two indices are very popular, neither quite represents the full breadth of the U.S. stock market. Thanks for taking the time to learn a little more about how our U.S. markets work. It's a pleasure to serve you. As always, you can contact your LifePlan relationship manager with any questions. Have a great spring.